My name's Angharad Lyddon and I'm a mezzo-soprano. We've just recorded part of the Sanctus, and the sound, you know, you've got the choir, the soloists, the orchestra, the children's choir, everyone together. There's nothing quite like the feeling of that kind of sound. Not just the sound of it, the feeling of all of those people together making sound together. It's just, I love that. This piece has some amazing moments, some really epic moments, and I think that's something, again, that having this time to really rehearse, get further into the music, is I think we're making sense of it, we're making it, we're finding the beautiful melodies, we're finding the epic moments, the light and shade of this whole piece, which I think, and no discredit to previous performances, but I think this piece does need a bit of work, rehearsal, a bit of familiarity before you perform it. And I can see why sort of very much the tradition, say when I've done other oratorio, is everybody turns up on the day, we rehearse in the afternoon, we do the concert in the evening. And I think a piece like this really needs just time for people to solidify together, to get to grips with it and to really understand it. And then when you do that, it makes so much sense and it's so much more understandable and performable, and listen, you know, it comes alive more when there's a bit more familiarity with it. And I can see why maybe people are a bit more daunted by those kinds of projects and those kinds of things, but I mean, it's totally worth it. So I really hope it goes on to have more performances. This is only the third time that this piece has been, well, I mean, we're not performing it from beginning to end, we're recording it, it's a very different way, but this is the I'm the third person to have ever sung this for the public, as it will be when people hear the recording, which is wild for a piece that was first performed in 1971. I think it's fantastic that BBC Now are doing this, and that they are wanting to bring her music to get it, you know, properly laid down as a proper recording of this work. I think it's brilliant. I still find it very special when Welsh is front and centre of a project, and so yes, having that be the thing that started was just really fantastic and a really lovely way to just be present, you know, in Wales, doing a Welsh piece by a Welsh composer, being a Welsh singer. It's just a fantastic thing. Well, it's always an absolute privilege to perform in Wales, always. And, you know, with BBC Now, I've been so lucky to have sung with BBC Now on several occasions. I mean, most notably when I competed in Cardiff Singer of the World. And I've just always loved singing with them, and it's a real privilege to be able to do that and to do it again here. The tollis. That, well, I get a little sort of solo-y moment, the repeated tune, which we then hear again later, very hypnotic, reminds me a lot of other oratorio that I've sung. And so I feel like there's something very connected to the past in the way that movement is, something very familiar, but then obviously it's developed in Grace's style. But I really enjoy singing those kinds of beautiful legato lines, so I really enjoyed that.